We have quietly seen over the course of a decade plus some consistently significant performance from Matt Ryan. And you don't think of Matt Ryan as a surefire Hall of Famer, but his numbers are piling up. And he's close to 50,000 passing yards. He's close to 300 touchdown passes. And I don't want to ask whether you're one of the Hall of Fame voters. I'm not asking you to tell me whether or not you think he's a Hall of Famer now. What do you think he needs to do, though, to make it more clear and obvious that he's a guy who gets into Canton?
I don't think he's a Dan Marino, so I don't know that he can go into Canton without a Super Bowl. So that would be the first step, is getting that Super Bowl, and he may need more than one Super Bowl. So piling up the numbers is great. We're in a different era than we were in probably even the 90s, maybe the 2000s. But, you know, they are going to pile up those passing yards. So you kind of take that a little bit with a grain of salt and then factor in everything else. So Super Bowl, to me, is the biggest thing he can do now. If he gets two of them, I'd say, you know, he's probably going to be a lock to get into the Hall of Fame, because he will have the championships. He'll have the MVP award. He'll have piled up the yards. He will have piled up the years. So I don't know. He would check off at that point most of the boxes. But, you know, you go back to Eli Manning. When I start thinking of him, he has the two Super Bowl championships, and I'm still not completely sold that he's a Hall of Famer.
Well, and you made a point recently when we did one of these that you think that Eli Manning is actually hurting his candidacy by hanging around and authoring some years that don't compare to some of his best years. That becomes part of his total body of work, and actually longevity could work against him when it comes time to figure out whether or not he gets in.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Mike. I do think that. And because we're remembering Eli Manning at the end of his career, which hasn't been very good. It's been a long time since we've seen good Eli Manning, and he doesn't have the MVP award. He doesn't have the All-Pros. He doesn't have all those other things you look for out of great quarterbacks. Yes, he has the numbers, but only because he's played a really long time. He's never put up consistently those big numbers in the regular season where you go, hey, he's an MVP candidate. Never thought of Eli like that. His best play has come in the postseason, in those two postseasons where the Giants won Super Bowls. So, yes, I think we're remembering the Eli as we see him now rather than the good Eli that we saw in those two postseasons.
With Matt Ryan, he's got the 2016 League MVP award. He's got the Super Bowl appearance that almost was a Super Bowl victory. He's piling up the statistics. And, you know, the longevity looks like something he will also manage to satisfy. I think at the end of the day, he's got a pretty good shot. The problem is he's playing quarterback in an era with so many great ones. He doesn't really stand out. And I don't know if that's a personality thing, a team thing, or whatever, but he just doesn't jump off the page the way other great quarterbacks do.
Yeah, and we've seen that in different eras. You look how long it took Ken Stabler to get in the Super Bowl. And what he had done, he had checked off most of those boxes himself, and it just took forever for him to get in the Super Bowl because he was overshadowed by all the quarterbacks who played in his era, particularly in Terry Bradshaw and Roger Staubach. So, yeah, it happens, and it's probably going to happen a little bit to Matt Ryan, where you think, okay, is he going to make the all-decade team? Because that's a really big deal, too, when you start looking at the Hall of Fame. Probably not, because he's played with too many great quarterbacks in this era who were better than him. But he's been a really good quarterback for the length of time he's been in the NFL so far. And he, as you said, he has had no durability problems. He's been durable, no injury concerns. So I think he's going to play a lot longer and put up a lot more numbers.
Yeah, a lot of chapters left in that book for Matt Ryan. And by the time it's all said and done, he's laid the foundation quietly to be one of the all-time greats, and he quietly may end up being indeed one of the all-time greats by the time it's all said and done. All right, we are done for today. Shireen, great work as always. We will be back on Thursday with another edition of PFT Live. Big Cat will be in Thursday. Sims is back on Friday, and we will be posting content all day long at ProFootballTalk.com. Everybody have a great day.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.